the one whose name must not be spoken, nearly brought the entire wizarding world to its knees. He was consumed by the doctrine of pure blood supremacy. As early as 1970, he began leading the Death Eaters in the dark arts, hell-bent on overthrowing the Muggle world, subjugating mixed blood wizards into a rigid hierarchy, and ultimately seizing control of the entire wizarding world. His name alone was enough to send a chill down anyone's spine, plunging the British wizarding community into panic and chaos. To push back against this darkness, Hogwarts headmaster Dumbledore quietly founded the Order of the Phoenix, joining forces with the Ministry of Magic. What no one anticipated was that the war would drag on for a full decade, and the Death Eaters kept growing in number. Then, in the summer of 1980, Sia Trelawney arrived at Hogwarts for a job interview. Without warning, she slipped into a trance-like state and delivered a prophecy to Dumbledore. The child of destiny, who would bring about Voldemort's end, would be born in July to parents who had defied him 3 times. This child would possess a power he could never comprehend, and in the end, only one of them could survive. But the first half of the prophecy was overheard by Snape, who had been sent to spy. After being driven away, he immediately reported what he'd heard to his master. Consumed by his fear of death, Voldemort launched an investigation and narrowed his targets down to 2 boys born in July: Neville Longbottom, born July 30th, and me, Harry Potter, born July 31st. He chose me because my mother Lily came from a Muggle family, making her, like Voldemort himself, a half-blood witch. He was convinced I was the one the prophecy pointed to, but that decision shattered Snape completely. He had grown up alongside my mother, loved her deeply, and couldn't bear the thought of her dying. He begged Voldemort to spare her, kill the child if he must, but let Lily live. Voldemort agreed, but Snape knew better than to trust his master's word. Desperate, he went to Dumbledore and offered everything he had in exchange for my mother's safety and that of our family. From that moment, Snape became Dumbledore's spy within the enemy ranks, constantly passing information to the Order of the Phoenix. Yet peace was fleeting. A traitor within the Order exposed my location. That night, Voldemort stormed into our home, wand in hand, brutally murdering my father. He honored his promise to Snape, approaching my mother and demanding that she hand me over, claiming he would let her live. My mother, however, fought desperately, activating an ancient protective magic with her own life to shield me. Voldemort cast the killing curse at me, but it rebounded, destroying his body. Yet because he had already split his soul into Horcruxes, his main soul remained intact and could be restored through them. Tragically, I accidentally became a vessel for his lingering soul, leaving me with the lightning-shaped scar on my forehead and forming a unique connection with him, even granting me a fraction of his powers. Snape arrived too late. My mother could not be saved, and he was consumed with endless guilt. Dumbledore explained that Voldemort had not truly been destroyed and could return at any time. To atone, Snape stayed at Hogwarts, protecting me throughout my schooling. Before all this, Dumbledore placed me in the safest possible location, a quiet Muggle town, far from the wizarding world, under the care of my aunt Petunia. Her bloodline magic, combined with my mother's protective charm, ensured I would remain unharmed until my 17th birthday. When Professor McGonagall kept watch over me in her animagus form as a cat, the worry never left her eyes, because the Dursleys were, without a doubt, the worst Muggles she had ever encountered. My childhood was never going to be easy. For the greater good, Dumbledore sent Hagrid riding Sirius Black's flying motorcycle to bring me there, and from that moment on, my story, the legend of Harry Potter, truly began.